What's up everyone, Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we have another breakdown here for you today on Aaron Donald. I want to give a quick shout out here to Prespian Tier. He left a comment on our video for Saquon Barkley and actually did a little bit of a different, requested Emmanuel Ogba from the Browns, the defensive lineman, who ran like a 4.6 at 275, and I was like, man, that is crazy for a D lineman. And then I looked to see what Aaron Donald ran, and he also ran 4.6, and just overall is a super explosive athlete and also one of the best players in the NFL. So I thought, why not do a breakdown on Aaron Donald, just because it overall, I think some of the same things that Emmanuel Ogba does are some things that Aaron Donald does, but even to a greater degree. And before we get into it, what I just want to say is that Aaron Donald, he benches 500 pounds and squats almost 1,000 pounds, and you could see how much power and explosion he has just by watching him move here in the 40. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get it started. The most impressive part about this is his overall start. And I think if people could really see how he starts and be able to replicate it, you'll be able to get a lot faster. So let's go ahead and really break that down. So we'll see here what he does is, as he's coming through, he does a great job of maintaining like that spine angle right there. How well he's able to maintain a good position through that spine is absolutely excellent. And then also with that first knee drive, he gets a really nice step. Look at how far he's able to step out with that front leg, and then doesn't get too much of a backwards press there with that front leg. Notice how he comes all the way out. A lot of times when I see, guys take this first step, they'll get that knee out, but then this step ends up going back a lot. Aaron Donald does a really good job of bringing that foot kind of straight down like that, rather than letting that foot go too far back behind, which is, a very underrated thing overall in terms of performance. So they're boom down, and just look at, you can see how much power and explosion, just by watching this, it would be so easy to see, at least to me, why he's such a dominant defensive lineman, is because it's so easy for him to just get his momentum going. I mean, he's 280 pounds and he's just able to right away drive off that back leg, and that's a lot of force. 1,000 pounds of force is coming right forward, and it's so simple and easy. Look at the next step too. Drives that next leg through, doesn't lose any ground in his foot. The first one he loses a little bit, right? Little bit going back. Second step, loses 0 ground. Look at, he drives through, brings that foot right down to the ground. I mean, that is such a powerful step right there, that second step. It's unbelievable that how fast he's able to get going and how little amount of movement he loses. Again, a lot of times with even the people with second steps, their foot's going backwards as they're going to step. He's driving that foot straight down the ground and really creating a lot of force going this way, maintaining a good spine position, gets a good knee drive. So many things that are just excellent within that step. Now we'll go to the third one. Again, excellent knee drive here, really reaching out. Now this one, he's even able to get some air time within that vertical press. So see how he's able to push off that back leg and not let that front foot touch the ground. Excellent job of being able to really accelerate there. Again, maintaining a good position in the spine, able to really get a good amount of extension. He's in a little bit of flexion there in the knee, right? Little bit of flexion, but overall, that's a pretty good extension spot. He's going to be able to get a lot of vertical press, and he's only about 5 or 6 yards through in his run here. And he's already able to get basically to max speed that quickly. All right, that's just amazing. That's amazing how fast he can get how big he is, right? 280 pounds, how fast he can get himself going. At 10 yards, he's close to being able to get to top speed. Okay, now we'll go further into his actual run, where he actually gets to be able to move. I mean, again, watch how he's able to really get that really solid knee drive. And a big part of that is because of the flexibility he has in his hips and the flexibility he has in his quads and hamstrings. So as he's pushing off, drives that heel right up to his butt. I mean, guys, look at how well he pushes off and gets that heel right up to his butt. Look at how efficient that is. There's so, we see a ton of breakdowns where the people let those feet get behind him, and there's even guys that are running in the Olympics are running really fast 100-meter dashes who allow that foot to get back a little bit too far back behind him. He does a great job of just driving that heel right up to his butt, and then transfers his way through, gets a good amount of knee drive, extends that leg, and then pulls it right back underneath him and is able to create a lot of force. He's landing a little bit on his heels there, and he's also landing a little bit with his weight too far out, his foot too far out in front of him, right? See how his foot is here, and then Compared to the rest of his body, you'd want that ear to be a little bit closer, so he's a little bit out in front. He's not creating as much pullback as you'd want there, so you could probably get a little bit more in that upper hamstring, a little bit more strength there. But he also has a deeper hip socket, so it's going to be a little bit harder for him to do that. Look at how massive his quads are. I mean, overall, just a very, very big person, and he can get that momentum going again. I mean, he ran 4.6, so you can see this is his first attempt. His second attempt, he also ran 4.6. I think it was like 4.66 or 4.68 or something like that. But point being is you want to be able to, from an acceleration standpoint, I really think you can get some good stuff from here. And again, it really shows why he's such a dominant athlete. And real quick, we'll just go ahead and show the whole thing. You can see how well he just drives out of that start and how fast he can get going at 280 pounds. That is just unbelievable. And once he gets going, I mean, he's a fast guy. That is a very fast, very athletic overall athlete. And, you know, you can see why he's been able to have a lot of success in the NFL. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching these videos. If you have any questions, please let me know. We'll put a big emphasis here on acceleration. Definitely want to be able to provide more and more information for you to help you become faster, you know, whether you're trying to run the 40, whether you're trying to run 100, whether you're trying to run 200. Just want to be able to get you some good tools, some good information to make it so you just become that much better of an overall performer in whatever sport that you do. So just want to give some more knowledge. I think that the 40-yard dash is great because they put a big emphasis on the start. When you watch a lot of these 100-meter stuff, they don't really put as much of emphasis on the start. So, you know, these things are good for that. And then also just getting to that quick top-end speed. I really enjoy doing the 40-yard dashes, but the 100 or 100-meter dashes are also exciting as well. So keep going with the recommendations. Let us know if you have any interests or any questions about the speed program. And yeah, looking forward to hearing from you soon. Much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you could subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.